Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining me today for this timeless pick a card tarot reading. Today we are receiving a channeled message from your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know at this time? And to do that, you're going to choose from one of these crystals or cards that I'm about to reveal. All right, for reading number one, we have the Sunstone and Ancestors. For reading number two, we have Dalmatian Jasper and Dreamweaver. For reading number three, we have Mexican Onyx and West. Let your intuition be your guide. Whichever image or crystal you're most drawn to is probably the message meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to listen to two or even all three of the readings, as there may be additional messages for you there. You'll find a link to all the readings in the description box below, as well as a list of all the cards that I use. And if I have a link where you can find those cards, I'll include that as well. On November 15th, 2024, I'm giving away a free personalized tarot reading, and all you have to do to qualify is give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and type Beaver Moon in the comments below. Good luck. Hello, reading number one. Welcome. You chose the Sunstone, which is a stone of joy. It encourages us to be true to ourselves, to believe in creating our own luck. It's a stone of abundance, helps us to manifest financial prosperity as well as spiritual prosperity. And the card you chose is Ancestors' Wisdom. Ancestors have been coming through in a lot of readings recently. Your ancestors are definitely with you at this time. I feel the veil is thin this time of year, so maybe it's easier for them to reach us. But also we're about to go through a big shift, and so our ancestors are there to support us. All right, let's get some more cards. Find out what it is that your higher self wants you to know at this time. Okay, that flew out. Sekhmet, Justice. I love that this lioness-headed goddess has a sun disk. It's even the same color as our Sunstone. And it's all about balancing opposing forces. She governs both disease and healing, peace and war, these opposing forces. So it's balancing these opposing forces in your life, being your own magician, balancing your will and your goals, but also being just and fair with yourself and with others, and understanding that our actions have consequences for better or worse. I feel for better in this case. This is the meaning of, or this is what this goddess, governs, but I feel that in this context of your reading, with this Sunstone, there is something that you have been putting energy into that you're now about to reap. You reap what you sow. So it's that, the energy of the natural consequences of what your actions have been. All right, let's keep going. What other message does reading number one's higher self have for them at this time? Vitality. Yes. The fig. Also a symbol of abundance. They have so many seeds. Let's get a card from this deck. What message does reading number 1's higher self have? Okay. Wow. Okay. You know what was really standing out to me is this snake. And here we have this snake, shed old skin. So snakes are a symbol of knowledge. You know, Buddha sat under a fig tree to attain enlightenment. And then, of course, we have the Adam and Eve story with the serpent and the tree of knowledge and good and evil. You're being asked to look at a situation with fresh eyes, shed your old skin, shedding a lens of how you may have perceived something in the past and seeing it in a new way, from a new perspective. It's like if you put yourself in your higher self's shoes, invoke your higher self, really draw down your higher self. How would your higher self see this situation? Very interesting. All right, let's get some tarot now. Let's see what other messages we could get. What message does reading number 1's higher self have for them at this time? This says Toxic Witches. It's the major arcana number 15, which would be like the devil card. So again, this shedding this old way of looking at things. We see someone here in this picture where there's 3 friends and 2 of them are talking, facing each other, and this one, you can see the way she's holding her knees. She's feeling a little bit left out. And maybe she's perceiving the situation differently than it actually is. It's her beliefs about herself that are making her feel left out, because it's not like she's far or that they're doing anything mean to her. It's just her perception. So looking at this situation in a new way. You know, many times being curious is a good way to shift out of that lens. So asking questions, you know, what is it that they're talking about? What can you ask them? Maybe you don't know about this topic and they both do. So maybe you can be part of the conversation by asking them questions about it. What other message do you have for reading number 1 from their higher self? All right. 7 of Pentacles. Growing your finances. We did talk about fertility and abundance, and you see here the plants are potted in pentacles. So it's like growing your money, growing your finances. Page of Cups. Pages are curious. And the Page of Cups is using your creative talents. It's being practical with your skills. It could be a new phase of a current relationship, creative expression. All right. So there's something that you're wanting to grow or nurture. Let's keep going. Six of Swords. All right. Leaving troubled waters behind. Entering a calmer time. All right, that's 2 cards. We have the Broom. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. And the Emperor, which is structure. It's also achieving something, and it's authority, leadership. Let's see what the card itself says. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. And remember, we talked about the Sunstone being about you creating your own luck. Manifesting prosperity. So there is, I believe, 2 things that is happening. Is you're shedding this old skin, this old perception of yourself, where you maybe didn't feel worthy or valued. You're pursuing some creative endeavor. You're cultivating your own prosperity. You're cultivating, you're nurturing something that you want to grow in your life. And by doing this, this is what's helping to facilitate shedding this old skin, this cultivation of this creative endeavor, this thing that fills your cup, that makes your heart sing. This thing that feels magical and wondrous. You focusing on that is not only growing and cultivating your abundance, but it's casting off some old skin, shedding some old skin. There's, the Broom card is there's something coming to an end, and it's this old self that's coming to an end. This is part of life. We're continuously evolving. There is a cycle within ourselves, this unfolding where our past selves cease to exist and our present self and future self, moves, carries us forward. So you're leaving behind these troubled times, this perception of yourself, this inner turmoil. That's coming to an end, and you're reborn as the Emperor, creating your own magic in life, creating your own luck, being a leader. And it does come with responsibility, but you can handle it because you are the new you. You're stronger, you're more resilient, This is a natural role for you at this time. She's even holding a clock. What do you call these watches that open? If you know, you can put it in the comments. No, hardly anybody has these anymore. Pocket watch. There we go. Thank you. Wow. And I feel that there's also some synchronicities happening, and these are coming from your ancestors. Your ancestors are proud of you. They're guiding you. They're watching over you. They're protecting you. During this time of being vulnerable, as you shed this old skin and feel raw, your ancestors are by your side, comforting you and protecting you. What a beautiful reading number one. I'm just really impressed with you. This really feels, I'm hearing like coming of age, though I know you're probably, not a teenager. Some of you may be, so take it as it resonates, but it's that kind of energy, when you watch that kind of movie, that coming of age, when someone really comes into their own, this is that kind of transformation. This is something that happens, just a couple of times, maybe 3 times in our life, where we cast off this old skin or even identity, persona, and embrace a new one, and that carries us forward so that we can complete the new tasks that lie ahead of us. Please let me know how this resonates. I love to read your comments. You're always welcome to reach out to me for additional guidance if you feel that you need that. I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 2. Welcome. You chose the Dalmatian jasper, which is like a stone of joy, helping one to experience that childlike playfulness. It also helps when feeling stuck to transform outworn thinking or analysis paralysis, overthinking. It's good for moving forward with composure, and it also assists in calming animals, training animals, and even communicating with animals. And look at this, Dreamweaver, but look at these animals. It looks like they're communicating with animals. Okay, there was a reading maybe last week about you practicing telepathy with animals. If you chose that reading, please let me know. This is definitely validation of that. If you didn't choose that reading, that's okay. This message was meant to find you, so it's finding you. This may be a hidden power that you have. Maybe you've noticed it, but you haven't really practiced it and developed it as much as you could. So this is something your higher self wants you to activate or develop further. All right, let's get some more clues. What message does reading number 2's higher self have at this time for them? Okay, I love when they just flip out. Nefti, meditation. All right, and it looks like this Dreamweaver card kind of goes with that card. Your higher self is definitely communicating with you during your dreams or meditation time. If you think you don't meditate or you don't remember your dreams, this could be even daydreaming, when you're just, your mind just kind of is open and it just seems like it's wandering and things come to mind. This is when you may be connecting with your higher self. So you're being guided to take note of that, be aware of it, and start to be more curious. Ask questions in your mind and see what comes to your mind. Your higher self really wants to communicate with you. And I'm being reminded that the Dalmatian jasper helps to balance energies, yin and yang. All right. A bunch fell out, but this one revealed itself, luck. So we'll pull that one out. The lime, luck. All right, luck is coming your way. What other message do you have for reading number 2? All right, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Interesting. I just say interesting because you have this message of these animals, and then you have Earth Guardian. I'm also getting a message of that with this Dreamweaver and meditation, perhaps you've been doing a lot of spiritual work. And so you're very open to the ether. You're very connected to that at this time. And your higher self just wants to remind you that you also need to balance all of your chakras by being grounded, because it's good to connect, but if you are spending a lot of time with the third eye and the crown chakra open, and you're not doing things to anchor that insight, that information, then you can get out of balance. So you want to make sure that you're eating healthy, you're moving your body, taking walks or exercising, dancing, standing barefoot on the ground. And this will not only help you, but will help everyone, because you're anchoring whatever it is that you're receiving. Look at this vessel on her head. It's like she's receiving. So you want to be able to anchor that into the 3D for the rest of the world. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages we can get. Reading number 2, I'm already really liking your message though. And they're showing me this owl. So it could also be that you are, and you see this kind of older face here. They're really encouraging you to keep a dream journal, because not only is your higher self communicating with you when you dream, but you may also be communicating with spirit guides, animal spirits, your ancestors. Page of Swords. Perhaps you're learning something new. You know, you're learning how to communicate with your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, animals. They're showing me your throat chakra becoming more open so that you're a better communicator. And this could be with others. This could be in your writing. Also, they're showing me how you express yourself, how you carry yourself. You may notice that you're standing different or sitting different. Maybe you're getting ergonomic chairs or new shoes. And it's really going to begin to affect the patterning in your body, like help to change that fascial pattern that's been stored in your body, which is just going to have this ripple effect and affect how you feel as well emotionally. Wow. All right, this is the Fool's card. It's called the Cozy Witch in this one. Definitely starting something new. Yeah. And in this deck, it's even asking you to bring that energy of newness and curiosity to each morning, starting your day like that. So with this luck card, it could be a question like, what lucky thing is going to happen for me today? What's going to work out for me just perfectly? Or what synchronicity is going to show up just what's going to show up right at the right time for me today? Just setting that intention, asking that question, and then looking for evidence of it. And you're going to begin to see these synchronicities, this magic unfolding in your life. Wow, love that message for you. 8 of Cups. All right, leaving something behind, walking away from something. We see stairs, a pathway leading out the door. So again, starting something new, starting a new path. Like I said, you're noticing how you walk, how you stand, how you move, and you're changing that. Maybe you're taking yoga or dance, or you're getting some kind of body work done, like the fascial release, if that's what it's called. Page of Pentacles, more pages, yeah. You know, it's interesting that you have the Dalmatian Jasper and now you have 2 pages. It is that curiosity, that playfulness. You notice that there's young people. It's starting something new, having that innocence, that hope, that belief. And this Page of Pentacles says, when life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. So this could be, you know, you're learning something new with the Cozy Witch or the Fool card, and then the Page of Pentacles. It's like you're learning something new, and then you're testing it out. Maybe you start showing people. Maybe you put it on Etsy. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. Then you start making money from it. Wow. Reading number 2. Okay, just notice what you're dreaming about. This can also be like something that you just had a dream, like you've always dreamt of this, or maybe for the past 5 years you've been thinking of this thing. I see you doing it. You've been researching it, you've been studying it, you're curious about it. And now you're testing your skills, and it has the potential to bring you abundance. And again, look for those synchronicities. So maybe there's something that you're thinking about doing that you haven't really done before, not to this level, or maybe it's just a whole new hobby. Like maybe you're picking up knitting or crocheting, and before you know it, people are paying you for your creations, but you're just learning that now. Or it could be something much bigger, something that you've been dreaming about, opening an animal sanctuary or starting your own business, and now you're researching how to do that. What's the best way to do it? Reading number 2. I am so happy for you. And I just realized that you know, we have a lime here, and this particular Page of Pentacles has lemonade. So it could also be limeade. But wow, that you have the lime and the lemon. Citrus is very happy, and it's also very cleansing. So again, there's something that you're leaving behind, but it's a positive thing. It's bringing balance, playfulness, and creativity into your life. Please let me know how this resonates. I'd love to read your comments. You're always welcome to reach out to me for additional guidance by connecting with me through my website linked below. I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 3. Welcome. You chose the Mexican onyx, also called banded calcite. I love this one. It looks like a piece of wood, and it's a stone that helps increase your confidence and positive thinking. It increases intuition, offers protection, absorbing and transforming negative energy, and increasing resilience. You also chose this card, West, with an owl on it. And this card is about transformational change and really stepping into your personal power. West represents your personal power. It says here, purge. So again, this idea of transforming negative energy, just like the Mexican onyx. All right, most of the Mexican onyx comes from the Chihuahua Desert in Mexico, and they wanted me to tell you that. If that means something to you, please let me know. All right, let's keep going, get some more cards. What message does reading number 3's higher self have for them at this time? Completeness, Nefertum. And this can be completeness of a project, a phase. You know, they're like showing me somebody graduating. It can also be the experience of feeling this complete fullness, much like the Mexican onyx, that confidence, belief in yourself and your abilities. This Nefertum is also the god of smells. So there could be something about following the scent, like you're on the trail of something. Passion, beetroot. Yeah, it's like, this even looks like a little candle. And I see there's the wick, there's the flame. We see some kind of herb in there, so it probably smells good. If you're doing something with scent, please let me know. This is definitely coming through from your higher self. But also it's this message of following your passion, following what excites you, of being aware of this web. They're showing me like a spider web, the web and how everything's connected. You are constantly sending information out to the universe, which vibrates these, threads in the web, and then something returns to you, something comes back to you. They're asking me to tell you this story of, I wanted more potassium in my diet. I needed more potassium in my diet, but I'm not a person that likes to take pills, and vitamins tend to be kind of big. And I, at the time, was working with older adults and was dropping off groceries to someone. And this is a person that was on a regular route. And she would sometimes give me plants from her garden. And she was, she gave me this beet plant. She said sometimes when she gets these donations, they are, she won't eat all of it. And rather than throwing it away, she'll plant it and then she'll eat the leaves, for example. So I don't even think I did it immediately, but later I did look up like what's the best source of potassium, and beet leaves are the best source. I don't particularly care for the beet, but when I make a salad, instead of using lettuce or kale or spinach, I use beet leaves. So if you needed to know that, please let me know, because they wanted me to share that story with you. But I think also just kind of following things and trusting things and being curious and knowing like that everything's connected in this web. I needed potassium, and here's this person giving me this beet plant. And my initial, I just felt gratitude from this person giving me something. But of course, I don't eat beets. But then I did keep the plant and I nurtured it. And it wasn't until a few days later that I found out that the leaves are high in potassium. All right, what other message does reading number 3's higher self have for them at this time? Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. Yeah, I do feel that you are, striving towards something, or you're about to. It's like you're about to become passionate about something if you aren't already, and you're following it. So it's not only being inspired, but it's following it with action. If you want to stand up, you don't just think about standing up. You have to actually do it, right? Let's get some tarot and find out what else we can find out. What other messages does reading number 3's higher self have at this time? All right, that's only 4. We'll take them. All right, we have the 6 of Swords, leaving troubled waters behind, moving on to more peaceful times. The 2 of Wands, thinking about your future. The 3 of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. All right, with the 2 of Wands and the Knight of Wands, it's like you're thinking about this creative passion, this creative pursuit. We even see the Ankh in his hand, which is that symbol of creativity, creating life. So it's like you're creating this new life for yourself in some way, shape, or form. It could be a new career or a new lifestyle, but then you have the Knight of Wands, which is actually taking that action and doing this thing that you were thinking about, hoping for, dreaming about. The Knight of Wands can sometimes mean changing careers, changing jobs, changing residences. And we see here a bunch of suitcases. Could also be traveling for work. So with this Three of Swords here, this could represent a fear of not being able to do it, but it also represents the combination of these is this independence. We even see a cat on her shirt, a symbol of independence. So I see you using your passion, something that you're excited about, as a means to liberate yourself. It almost looks like she's escaping out the window, right? You're freeing yourself from something, leaving behind troubled waters. You do, and on this West card, it says purge. So again, transforming negative energy into strength and resilience. So with the Six of Swords and the Three of Swords, again, that is this hurt maybe that you had. You're transforming that. You're focusing on what excites you now, what you're asking yourself, you know, what it is that you want. And this, whatever this painful situation was in the past, it's bringing you clarity. We see her looking almost, it looks like a snow globe, but it could be like a crystal ball, right? So it's like it's bringing you clarity, and you're making new plans to liberate yourself, to give yourself this freedom, but you're also taking that leap of faith and taking action. This card says sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little bit. The King of Wands. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. Wow. So you have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands. So with that progression, Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, I see you bringing something to fruition. Whatever this passion is, whatever you're excited about. And your higher self wants you to know that whatever pain or struggle you experienced in the past, you may even, for some of you, still be feeling the pangs of that pain. It was to inspire you, to bring you clarity, to help you grow. And this new thing, you're going to be able to see it through to its fruition. And wands are about passion. They're also about spirituality. So it could be either or both. But it's action. It's doing. It's making plans, focusing, and following through with action. And the Empress. There is beauty to be found in every experience. And the Empress is, we see her here holding a baby. The Empress is very creative. This is a fertile time for you. So really think about what you want. Focus on it, make plans, and then follow it with action, because you're going to be able to bring whatever that is to fruition with the blessing of the Empress. This is fertility, creativity. It's also self-care and nurturance. So be sure that you also take care of yourself. You are resilient, you're strong, but you also want to do something, they're telling me a ritual maybe, to help you anchor in the energy of transformation. Wow. Reading number 3. I love your message. I'm so excited for you and whatever this new creative endeavor is. You're always welcome to reach out to me for additional guidance if you feel that you need that. Please put comments below. I love to read them. And I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.